This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, a 50-year-old tourism icon is in line for a multi-million-dollar upgrade, but will it be supported by the public? Primary school kids in Gore put their sustainability thinking caps on for a national competition. And we take in the spectacular sights of an auto spectacular that took on an equestrian theme. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Dupree. Submissions are now open for a proposed $60 million upgrade of Skyline Queenstown. Those behind the 50-year-old centre say expansion is necessary to keep up with demand, and members of the public have just under a month to have their say.
It's an impressive skyline, which the management at Skyline Queenstown say won't be harmed in any way by a proposed $60 million expansion project. Assistant General Manager Wayne Rose says it's been 3 decades since the gondola cabins, chairlifts and facilities were last upgraded.
So the gondola opened in 1967, there was an upgrade in 1987, some 30 years ago, and it's now time to set the complex up for the next 30 years to come. People
have until the 8th of October to make a submission to the Queenstown Lakes District Council in relation to the publicly notified resource consent application. Rose says transparency is important to the organisation, and he outlines the potential construction period should the project proceed.
Well, the Skyline complex is planned to proceed from April 2017, with the base terminal building in September 2017, with full construction expected to be completed by around July 2018.
The gondola cabins currently seat 4 people, which Rose says isn't keeping up with demand, especially at peak times.
Currently we're running a 4-seater gondola cabin. We're looking to increase that to a 10-seater. They'll increase capacity from roughly 1,100 people an hour to about 3,000 people an hour. And from a mountain biking perspective, 5 riders and 5 bikes.
He says the building's floor space will grow considerably, but not its visual impact on the skyline. At the Skyline Queenstown, Daryl Baser, The South Today.
3 Dunedin school pupils had an unusual ride to class this morning, arriving at the gates in a fire truck. 12-year-old Brandon Cleaver of Tahuna Normal Intermediate won the ride for himself and 2 friends. They were given a briefing on the workings of the fire appliance before Brandon donned fireman Mike Harrison's jacket and climbed aboard. He was clearly excited to be arriving at school in such style.
Very exciting, going in the fire truck for the first time. Better than any normal car because it's so high up and so many things to do. It's quite exciting to have many more things to go to school in the fire truck.
The intermediate pupil was one of many Dunedin children who went into the draw for the ride. It was the main prize in a fire safety competition run by the New Zealand Fire Service and Channel 39. Sustainability is being championed at a grassroots level in Gore, where school children have developed a new product. A primary school class is entering its concept in a national competition based on the merits of recycling, and the pupils' efforts are aiding their curricular commitments.
Reusing a common household item. Pupils from Gore Main School are working hard on their entry for this year's Fair Go Kids Ad Awards. Tasked with designing and making a product from recycled materials, they'll soon be producing a television ad to sell it. Teacher Tammy Fiveash says the kids are loving the challenge.
They came up with lots of different ideas which were a wee bit far-fetched, but we tried to bring it in as much as we could so it related to the school.
The primary school prides itself on being sustainable. Fiveash says the ad competition's providing a chance to further the kids' learning about the importance of recycling. It's tying in with the children's lessons about the impact their actions have on the environment.
By recycling, it uses so much less money and power and energy to actually create something where you've got the raw materials already, as opposed from making it from scratch. So recycling is very important, especially with Gore Main School. We're an enviro school, and so we try to keep things as eco-friendly as possible.
Students at the school already design their own playgrounds, plant trees and tend to their own garden. Fitting with this theme, Their ad competition product is a series of plant boxes made from milk bottles, protected by a milk bottle frame. While the main aim is to learn about sustainability, some pupils are enjoying the task for other reasons.
That everyone gets to have a go at it, and not just a few people.
Because it's a lot of fun and you don't have to do that much work at all.
The wider school community is involved in the project, with students and parents sourcing more than 500 milk bottles to date. The entry deadline is in late October, and Five Ash says the more bottles the better. She only asks that they be washed first. Jack Conroy, The South Today.
A former University of Otago student has been sentenced to 300 hours of community work for punching a female police officer several times in the head. 19-year-old Nicholas Delegate of Auckland is the son of a rich lister. He appeared in a Dunedin court today for sentencing. Delegate attacked the female officer and a Campus Watch staff member during a drunken scuffle outside Starters Bar in March last year. He's also been ordered to pay $5,000 in emotional harm reparation to the police officer. She suffered a concussion and spent 15 hours in hospital and still has ongoing headaches from the assault. Hundreds of people have taken the opportunity to get up close and personal with some highly sought-after classic cars at the weekend. The theme of this year's Auto Spectacular show in Dunedin was a day at the races, and there were some very expensive makes and models on display.
Every year, the Auto Spectacular draws a large crowd of motoring enthusiasts. The event's been running since 1975, when it was just a swaparama. These days, the car show still has trade sites and swap meets, and it's attracted entries from 40 car clubs in the region, as well as individuals. And there are some expensive examples on display.
Well, there's at least 3 here that are worth more than $1 million. One of them is a brand new Lamborghini. Another one is a Maserati race car based on a 57 that has just been built by Rod Tempero. It's a fabulous car. And there's also, I believe, a Porsche there that's something in the region of $1.5 million.
Many of the classic cars are cars of interest, such as this Steve Ross McRae, which won the Formula 5000 3 times. And Casey says it's important to keep the show interesting by having a theme.
We have a theme each year, and this year, because of all the race cars and the Porsches here, we had At the Races as a theme. And most of the clubs have adopted it, and some of them are just wonderful the way they've done their exhibition.
One car that stood out at the show was a 1959 Plymouth Suburban. It's powered by a 313 Poly V8 Chrysler motor and has a push-button 2-stage transmission. The labour of love took 15 years to complete, and owner Graham Beard says one of the main talking points has been its colour.
It took a long time to decide, went through oranges and reds and pastel colours, but the green really, it's a Ford colour, Envy green. Yeah, it just suits it, brings out the chrome, and the chrome brings the paint out, and it's quite good.
The organisers of the event, the Otago Classic Motoring Club and the Fairlane and Falcon Club, give away a portion of the proceeds to charity. And this year, it's Canteen that will benefit. Dee Karen, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we'll meet another of Dunedin's mayoral candidates, and those against the TPPA take to the streets.
Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer-looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call 0800 502 402.
Hi, I'm Dave Cole, Mayor of Dunedin, and together we're building a great city, not just for now, but for the future. And I'm committed to creating a positive legacy of sensible investments, sustainable businesses, an emphasis on infrastructure and environment, healthier homes, and your community well-being. A future our kids can be really proud to inherit. If you want the same positive future, please mark 1 for Dave Cull for Mayor and return your voting form. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Doug Hall. I stood for council in the 2013 election and got elected. The achievements I've been part of in the last 3 years have been of a great benefit to Dunedin City. Reducing debt, improving contracts and better liaison with the general public. To further reduce debt and better management of all contracts. Vote Doug Hall first choice for council.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Hi, my name is Ronald Fong. I believe that together we can build a brighter future for Dunedin. I'm presenting two major infrastructure proposals that won't cost the ratepayer a single cent. The first is a flood protection scheme for South Dunedin based on successfully used displacement tent systems overseas. The second is a major new redevelopment of our Harbourside area to create a world-class community space. Vote Ronald Fong, and let's build a brighter future together. Thank you.
Wooltech have the experience and the expertise to supply a wide range of high-quality New Zealand-made products and can manufacture customised products to meet your individual requirements. Wooltech, great people, great products, great service.
Hi, I'm Joshua Perry, currently working in social services, and I am standing for the Dunedin City Council. I support improvements in student housing, business investment, waterfront development, and South Dunedin flood restoration. Dunedin should be accessible for all, and if I'm elected, I will make Dunedin a vibrant destination.
Authorised by Joshua Perry, 95 North Road, North East Valley.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Hi, I'm Dave Cole, Mayor of Dunedin, and together we're building a great city, not just for now, but for the future. And I'm committed to creating a positive legacy of sensible investments, sustainable businesses, an emphasis on infrastructure and environment, healthier homes, and your community well-being. A future our kids can be really proud to inherit. If you want the same positive future, please mark 1 for Dave Cole for Mayor and return your voting form. Thanks.
Welcome back. Well, tonight we continue our interviews of Dunedin's mayoral candidates, and next up is Rachel Elder. She's with me now. Good evening. How long have you lived in Dunedin?
Well, I arrived here as a keen young occupational therapy student wanting to discover the South Island and do some tramping and have adventures. I met Russell, my husband, here, and I've had 4 children here, so 36 years later I'm sitting here with you.
Now, why are you running for the mayoralty?
Well, I was brought up with the belief that your skills, resources and talents aren't just for you alone, but to give back to the community. I love seeing both individuals and communities grow. So as an employment for the last 7 years, I have grown increasingly alarmed at the lack of opportunities for our families and young people here. We have over 40% of the South Island's youth unemployment. We've lost 5,700 post-primary production and manufacturing jobs in the last couple of decades, and we have one of the lowest growth rates of any city in New Zealand. And the sad thing is, the human cost of lack of opportunity and poverty really hurts. So I believe if we in Dunedin want to have a thriving and inclusive community, then we as a city need to work together to create a thriving and inclusive economy. So I'm standing for Mayor because I truly care about the people of Dunedin, and I want to lead a team of people to enable our city, our communities and our people realise their potential here. So I would say I'm standing for a vibrant, colourful and thriving economy that works together and the whole city working together to make this happen, so that there's a growth and opportunities and jobs across a wide range of sectors, not just one sector.
What leadership experience can you bring to the table?
Well, I've often risen to leadership roles through my absolute commitment to make things happen for communities and individuals. So I will work 100% to make things happen, and I've ended up chairing committees, boards of trustees, in my drive to make things better for the people. I love doing research and as to what the opportunities are out there, and doing an assessment of the community's needs. So an example was in Pine Hill, we needed an adventure playground. So I took 10 children around 10 different playgrounds and observed how they played on those. And then the children informed us as to what kind of playground we needed. And in fact, our playground is the most exciting and interesting playground in Dunedin, and they still enjoy playing there now. So I'm very thorough. I really like to be led by the people and consult. I also believe that there is no challenge too big that human endeavour can't overcome. So I believe within the city we've got the resources, and within our teams we've got the resources to overcome the challenges ahead. Yes.
What do you think are the top 2 issues in the city?
Well, without a doubt for me, economic growth and development is the major. And if you look at the 2013-2014 consultation with the community, the people of Dunedin have said that's their major issue. Also, the Chamber of Commerce has just recently done a survey of their businesses, and 70% said they'd be happy to pay more rates if that raise in the rates went straight to economic development. So that's telling you a story. The other thing is the South Dunedin, the area of South Dunedin. So maintaining and upgrading Dunedin and maintaining and upgrading the core infrastructure is really important, but also messaging our commitment to the greater South Dunedin and St Clair area for the long term, and believing that there's engineering solutions. Like I say, I believe there's a human answer to all these challenges, and it'll give that community the confidence that they need to move on. Yes, so those are the 2.
What do you think are the core functions of the Dunedin City Council?
I looked this up under the Act, and the two core functions are to enable democratic local decision making and action by and behalf of our communities, and 2, to meet the current and future needs of the communities for good quality infrastructure, local public services, and performance of regulatory functions. Now that requires us to do consultation, and good consultation across the community. We also have to separate policy setting from operational functions, prepare long-term plans and annual plans, report annually on performance, and so it goes on. So yes, those are the functions.
How do you think the current council is performing?
Well, I'm really pleased with the current council's financial management. It's been good, very good in terms of bringing debt down. I think Glenn Hazeldine, Laurie Forbes and the McKnights have all worked together and created that fantastic historic precinct. I think it's wonderful, and it's a model for us to work with in other areas of the town that we're looking at doing. DVM Owl have produced some really good results around the stadium and the town hall, and we're getting events and conferences, and people are starting to look at us and go, wow, these guys do it well. I mean, having full house for some of these concerts is quite unusual, and we're doing it well. So it's inspirational. I think the effort around Gigatown was awesome, but I also think we need to now start marketing the benefits and telling the stories of the benefits of Gigatown to the world. I think we all know that the maintenance and infrastructure around South Dunedin and the issues around there need improvement. I believe many of our committees also need to represent the whole spectrum of the city, so having people from diverse views on each committee means good decisions making is taking place that represents a broad spectrum of views. Consultation at times has been a disaster, and you just need to look at the South Dunedin Cycleway for that. I think going in with an agenda and a plan is not necessarily a good thing, and I think in the future we need to start thinking about how we might do consultation differently. Tourism, again, is doing well, but actually I believe tourism's going like Topsy, like Chinese tourism, 33% a year. So we're going to have to plan carefully around that, because some of our areas that are fragile will need protecting, and we need to diversify our attractions. But I think we're on the right track.
What would you do differently then if you were mayor?
Well, I'd like to see every councillor on the council table having a role on committees, and also those committees having kind of diverse views across them. So you've got people who are leaning one way or the other, but between them I think we can create win-win solutions that work for everybody. So I believe that needs to happen. At the beginning of the term, I would like to see the council actually sit down and analyse all our surveys and reports, the business economic report from Burl, and look at what our strengths, our weaknesses, our opportunities and threats are, and create a plan for the future and have our bottom lines there so that we know, hey, we actually performing better here or worse here. For example, having bottom lines is important, and I think research and good surveys are important. I would like us to consult better, starting with listening to what the community wants rather than going in with a plan in the first place helps us actually work better with that. I see a weakness in, say, the Regional Council and the bus route for Ocean View. I don't know what the consultation process for that was, but now a lot of old people who live in Ocean View have to take 2 buses to get to South Dunedin to go to their doctors. I don't know what can be done about that, but I'm sure good consultation needs to have a part to play in that. And the same with the South Dunedin Hub. We need to listen to what the community wants, not put an agenda onto something because it meets another need, because in the end all you do is divide and the community, and they're disappointed with the outcome.
Look, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for this evening. Rachel Elder, Dunedin City Mayoral candidate, thanks so much for your time. After the break on The South Today, hundreds keep the TPPA in the public eye, and we'll take a look at weather for Tuesday.
Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call 0800 502 402.
We're at 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Mobility Solutions Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Hi, my name is Ronald Fong. I believe that together we can build a brighter future for Dunedin. I'm presenting two major infrastructure proposals that won't cost the ratepayer a single cent. The first is a flood protection scheme for South Dunedin based on successfully used displacement tent systems overseas. The second is a major new redevelopment of our Harborside area to create a world-class community space. Vote Ronald Fong, and let's build a brighter future together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Doug Hall. I stood for council in the 2013 election and got elected. The achievements I've been part of in the last 3 years have been of a great benefit to Dunedin City. Reducing debt, improving contracts and better liaison with the general public. To further reduce debt and better management of all contracts. Vote Doug Hall, first choice for council.
Welcome back. Opponents of the controversial Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal are keeping it in the public eye. About 100 people protested the 12-nation agreement in central Dunedin on Saturday. A smaller group also marched in Oamaru. The Dunedin protesters made their way up George Street to the Octagon where they gathered for speeches. Rally organisers are urging residents to lobby politicians about the TPP, with it likely to be an election issue next year. A petition asking the Dunedin City Council to make its territory TPP free is also garnering support, with almost 1,000 signatures. And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Public submissions are now open for the proposed $60 million expansion to the Skyline Queenstown Gondola, Luge and Restaurant. Pupils at Gore Main School are making planter boxes from recycled milk bottles for a national competition about the importance of sustainability. And car enthusiasts were treated to classic examples of motoring history at the weekend during the annual Auto Spectacular show in Dunedin. And it's time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorns Emu Oil.
And here is today's southern view. It's taken of the garden at Dunedin's railway station. To the situation, a weak cold front is decaying with the airflow tilting west to southwest tomorrow. A nor'west flow will increase again on Wednesday and Thursday. To the outlook for these towns, and it's all the same story, some cloud with westerlies and a high of 14 degrees. Westerlies for Te Anau with the risk of showers, 13 degrees there. And it's a fine day for Oamaru, Omarama, Timaru and Twizel with highs of around 15 or 16 degrees. And Dunedin tonight, a few light showers with a period of sou'westers, 4 degrees. Sunny periods tomorrow with sou'westers dying out, nor'easters developing in the afternoon and 14. And on Wednesday, fine and sunny with light nor'easters, 15 degrees. And in Invercargill tonight, becoming fine with a low of 5. Tomorrow, sunny periods, westerly winds, 13 degrees. And on Wednesday, fine with high cloud developing, light northerlies and a high of 15. And that is news from around the South today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.